So hey everybody, I just want to chat with you for a few minutes. Last night I sold a home and the purchaser of the home paid in all cash. So I just wanted to go over really quickly. Let me move my phone over here so I can kind of line it up. I just wanted to go over with you really quickly the benefits and the positives of paying for a house with cash or putting a lot of cash down for a house. So everywhere you turn, you hear how bad it is to carry around debt. So naturally, it's logical to think that buying a home with cash or putting as much cash as possible into your home to avoid massive debt associated with a mortgage is the smartest choice for your financial health. But there's a lot to consider when contemplating purchasing a home outright versus financing it. Paying cash for a home eliminates the need to pay interest on the loan and many closing costs. There's no mortgage origination fees. There's no appraisal fees or other fees charged by lenders to the buyer. So paying with cash is usually more attractive to sellers too. In a competitive market, a seller is likely to take a cash offer over other offers because they don't have to worry about buying or the buyer backing out due to financing being denied. A cash home purchase also has the flexibility of closing faster, if desired, than one involving loans, which could be attractive to a seller. These benefits to the seller shouldn't come without a price. A cash buyer might be able to obtain the property for a lower price and receive a cash discount of sorts. And also, a cash buyer's home is not leveraged, which allows a homeowner to sell the house more easily, even at a loss, regardless of market conditions. On the other hand, obtaining financing also has significant benefits. Even if a buyer has the ability to pay cash for a home, it might make sense to not tie up a lot of cash to purchase real estate. Doing so could limit your options if other needs arise down the road. For example, if the home turns out to need major repairs or renovations, it might be tough to obtain a home equity loan or mortgage, as you don't know what your credit score will look like in the future, how much the home will then be worth, or other factors that determine approval for financing. So selling a home bought with cash could also be a problem if the homeowners stretched a lot financially to buy it. If cash buyers decide it's time to sell, they need to make sure they will have sufficient cash reserves to put down as a deposit on their new home. Cash buyers need to be sure to leave themselves plenty of liquidity. By opting to go with a mortgage, you can give yourself some more flexibility. Paying cash also has tax implications. In most cases, mortgage interest payments are tax deductible. And while you shouldn't opt for a mortgage just to get a deduction, a reduced tax obligation never hurts. Of course, with a mortgage, you end up paying more overall since it comes with interest payments that do add up over time. But depending on the state of the stock market, that saving on mortgage interest by paying cash might not be financially prudent. You could be saving less than that money might have earned had you taken out a mortgage and invested the cash you didn't spend on your house in stocks. Not having a mortgage could also negate a homestead exemption if you find yourself seriously in debt in the future. Most states grant consumers a certain level of protection from creditors regarding their home, completely exempt the house from the reach of certain creditors. Other states set limits ranging from as little as $5,000 up to $550,000. What that means is that regardless of the value of your house, creditors cannot force its sale to satisfy their claims. Let me give you an example. This is how it works. If your home is worth $500,000 and the home's mortgage is $400,000, your homestead exemption could prevent the forced sale of your home in order to pay the creditors the $100,000 of equity in your home, as long as your state's homestead exemption is at least $100,000. If your state's exemption is less than $100,000, a bankruptcy trustee could still force the sale of your home to pay creditors with the home's equity in excess of the exemption. So having a mortgage won't completely protect your money. However, if a homeowner left the funds in a bank and financed the house, a judgment creditor could lien the bank account and use the majority of the funds to satisfy its claims. So let me get to the bottom line and kind of wrap up this video. The best advice when considering whether cash or mortgage makes the most sense is to opt for the choice that gives you the bigger bang for your buck. Also, ask yourself, which will provide the greater return on investment? Paying cash for the full purchase price of a house is similar to investing in a bond that pays the same interest rate you pay with the mortgage. For example, opting not to pay a 30-year mortgage with a 5.5% interest rate is essentially the same as realizing a 5.5% return on the investment price. If you decide to purchase a house with a loan, make sure you can easily afford the principal and interest payments each month. If you decide to go with cash, make sure you'll still have enough to cover ongoing costs like property tax, homeowners insurance, homeowner association, and other fees each month. Have a good night.